So good morning. Hello everybody. Welcome to today's mastermind, and we're going to go ahead and teach you how to launch a product like a pro. Pretty excited about this one because I am personally a disciple of marketing and internet marketing and things like that, and I've seen a lot of product launches happen, and I got to build one of those specifically for this call, and I'm going to share that with you today. And at the end of this call, you will know exactly how to do it, and you're even going to have some bonus code that you can use to do some really fancy things here. So let's go ahead and just hop right into it. Got a couple of housekeeping items before we get into the content here. This is a mastermind call today. It's going to be an advanced dive into one specific topic. It's not general Infusionsoft training. If you do need some of that general Infusionsoft training, go ahead and attend our free virtual academy. It's a series of webinars that are recorded and available on demand for any of the topics in the software. So if you want to learn about e-commerce, the campaign builder, or CRM, there's topics for that. This is especially a valuable resource to keep in mind if you have any new people join your business or organization that needs to learn Infusionsoft. Just have them attend the free virtual academy. If you need a little more in-depth hand-holding, we do have Infusionsoft University. This is a live, in-person Infusionsoft training, and the Orlando one has sold out here. And actually, we got someone from Orlando here. Go Knights! I agree with that. I'm actually UCF Knight myself. You know, victory is our cry. And we do have one coming in Chandler, though. And there's the website for it, just infusionsoft.com/university. I checked it this morning. There were still seats available, but these do fill up very quickly. And this isn't some false urgency or scarcity tactic. Legitimately, these sessions fill up very fast. So that's why I even checked it this morning, because they will fill up quickly. So if you need a little more in-depth hand-holding, Infusionsoft University can help you out. The first 2 days are beginner, the last 2 days are advanced. You can choose to attend all 4 days or just the 2 days for the sessions that are relevant to you. And these are the mastermind calls. It's a very democratic type of thing. You, as in the tribe, gets to decide what we talk about. If you go to mastermindwebinars.uservoice.com, you can see all the different topics here, and you can submit them and vote on them, and we choose one of the popular topics, and that's what we're doing. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. Somebody was wondering about product launches, and there's a lot of votes for it, so we said, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to launch a product like a pro. I'm going to show you how all these big internet marketer guys are doing it, and then you can use it in your own business. And this is pretty much the exact quote coming out of User Voice. You know, the launch model is a standard. It's a fast way to grow your businesses, and it handles affiliates. How do you do it? And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. The concept is actually pretty simple. High level, 40,000-foot concept is we're using a custom field to control where people are going to go from these launch emails. And whenever content gets unlocked or becomes available, all we're doing is we're just changing the value of that custom field. So maybe it'd be a little easier to understand this visually. Typically, an email has a link that points directly to a web page. What we're going to be doing here is, instead of the email pointing directly to a web page, we're pointing to that custom URL field, and that field can point to multiple pages. And so what we're doing is we're just setting that custom field, and then when the next piece of content gets unlocked, we're just updating that custom field to the next page. So that's the major difference here between a typical email and what we're going to use here. And that's really the high-level tactic that enables this whole concept. So this is what we're going to go ahead and cover today. We're going to go ahead and talk about the custom field and the actions that you would need, and then we're going to hop into the actual campaign and explore the video pages primarily, because the campaign itself is underwhelmingly simple. When you see it, you're going to be like, really? That's all 4 video product launches? Yeah, it's really, really simple. And then the last piece is we're going to look at how do affiliates come into play and how can they help you promote, which again, it's really, really simple. You do want to stay all the way to the end of this, though, because I do have a bonus PDF for you that has all the code in it that you can swipe and use in your own business. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So that's the end of the presentation for the PowerPoint piece. Let's just hop right into the app here. So I'm logged into a little sandbox app here. So when we look at our custom fields here, I've created a custom text field called Video Access URL. And this is what we're going to reference in all of the campaign emails. The benefit of this is that when people click on the link, Infusionsoft is going to check what is in this custom field at that moment in time when they click on it. So if you're doing a model where the cart closes, even if they go back to their emails when the cart was open and click on the link, because it's referencing this custom field, it's still going to take them to the cart closed page. So this is the first thing you need to do, is make sure that you have a custom field, and make sure that it is a text field, not a website type. Even though it is holding a website, make it just a plain regular text field. And what we're going to do here is we're going to do everything outside of the campaign builder, and then we're going to spend most of our time in the campaign builder. The other thing that I want to point out is that obviously it's a product launch. We are selling something. We are going to be using an order form. We're not going to go ahead and set that up because this is a mastermind call. I'm assuming you guys already know how to create an order form to sell something. If you do need help, you can always go to ug.infusionsoft.com, stands for user guide, and there's all sorts of tutorials on that. So I'm going to hand wave over the stuff that everybody should be doing, how to do it. Like, if you don't know how to make a custom field, you can go ahead into the user guide and check it out. If you don't know, by the way, custom fields just live here in admin under settings, and here's where we go to create our custom field. And you'll see here when it decides to load. Firefox has been acting up on me today. You can see it's just a text field. So how do we populate that field? This is where we're going to be using action sets here. It's a legacy function. The reason we are forced to use action sets is because we do not have the ability to set a field value from within the campaign builder. So this is the only legacy piece that we're going to use, and then everything else happens out of the box from the campaign builder. So what you're going to need to do is set up 5 action sets here. This is assuming a 4-video launch model too. So we have one to unlock video 1, video 2, 3, 4, and then we have the lock access at the end if you want to close the cart. The only thing that's happening in these action sets is we're just setting the video access URL. Now I've got a placeholder here. As we progress into this call, we'll actually go back in here and set this to the real value of the video 1 page and video 2, but that's all that we're doing here. And you would just select contact field to a specific value, find that product, cart 1, video access URL, and then just set that value. So that's the same for all 5 of these. You look at any of these, it's the same thing. We're just setting a field value to something. And then, again, we're going to be referencing that from within the emails here. So this is how we basically unlock and grant access. So aside from the order form, which I already said we're not going to build today, I'm assuming you know how to make an order form. Aside from the order form, this is everything that we need to do to set it up. Custom field and set up 5 action sets. And the only thing that we're doing in that action set is we're setting the field value. We're not going to do any tags. We're not doing anything like that. If you can do it out of the box, do it out of the box in the campaign builder. There's no need to use an action set for it. So I would not apply tags in here or create tasks or anything. It's not relevant for this example. But in general, if you have to use legacy stuff, just use the legacy pieces that you have to use, and then use all the out-of-the-box stuff in the builder. And then that way it'll just keep it easy to manage everything. So custom field, couple of action sets that set that field value. And now let's look at the actual campaign. So as I mentioned, this model is underwhelmingly simple. Here's your 4-video launch campaign. You opt in, and then you get some content, and hopefully at the end of it you're going to buy. You can also join the early bird list to be notified next time when the cart closes here. I'm going to be talking about the affiliate stuff at the very end here, so don't worry about this affiliate opt-in for right now. Let's look at this video delivery sequence first, and then we're going to look at the actual video pages and how all those work. Again, this is really simple, very linear campaign, nothing behavior, nothing behavior-based, nothing complex. It's just a very linear process. Somebody opts in, and then they're going to get this content and hopefully buy it at the end. So inside the video delivery sequence, and that was a spare email, first thing we're doing is we're just tagging them. You know, they started the video launch. In general, you just want to tag them so you can find these people for future references. And then the first thing we're doing is we're accessing this unlock video 1 process. So if you've never seen this, this lives at the bottom, action set legacy, and we've got this configured for the unlock video 1. So remember, the only thing it's doing is it's setting this field value, this custom field, it's putting something in here. So we put something in that value, and then we have that initial email. Hey, here's the access, to the first video. This is the only email that I've created for this call today, because all the other emails work the exact same. And again, we know how to write an email. The magic here is this link. You'll notice that it's pointing to a web address, but it's actually pointing to a custom field. So as long as there is a legitimate web address here, when people click on it, that's where it's going to go. And so that's the kind of the magic sauce here. And if you need to get that merge field, because of course you don't have the merge menu available from when you're here, all you have to do is just grab that merge. So video access URL. So here it is. I just copied that into here. So again, high-level concept is we're setting the custom field value to the first video page, and then in the email we're referencing that custom field, not the video page directly. And then it just proceeds from here. So I'm assuming this is a 1 video a day type launch. You can adjust the timers as you need. But then we wait a day, and then we unlock video 2, which what we're basically doing is we're replacing whatever was here with the video 2 page. And you're probably thinking, well, hold on, Paul, there's 4 videos and they unlock progressively. Like, what's that user experience? Well, we're going to look at that next. I just want to go over the sequence right now, and then we'll look at the videos. So set that URL to the video 2 page, and then here's an email linking to video 2. Set it to video 3, here's video 3. Set it to video 4, and this is typically when, the cart would open. Usually that's how it works, is there's 3 videos, it's all educational, and then the last video is that sales pitch where you can buy whatever it is that is a solution to the problem you've been introducing and digging the knife into over those past 3 videos. So we unlock video 4, here's access to it, and then we just have these emails which are trying to close them basically. Hey, it's still open, cart closes tomorrow, cart closes at midnight, and then at the very end we have a step that runs at midnight, which is lock access. This is that last action set. You remember how there is an action set to close the cart? That's what we're referencing here. Lock access. And again, it's the same thing as last time, except instead of setting the custom field to a page URL, it's just pointing it to a different page, the early bird opt-in. And then there's an email that says, hey, cart's closed, but you can join the early bird list. Yeah, trying to keep them in mind. And that's the sequence. Again, it's really simple, really linear. There's nothing fancy. The fanciness, I guess, would be the fact that we're using an action set to switch those custom fields. And I am seeing some questions come in here. I'm definitely going to try and leave some time at the end to answer all of those within the hour, and then I have blocked off some time after this to make sure that every question gets answered, even if we go a little bit over. Real quick question. Laura's saying, hey, I can't find the custom fields when I look under admin. You may not have the permissions to do it, potentially. It lives under admin settings right over here, and then it should be right here at the top. If you don't see that, then it's a permission issue, and you'll need to talk to your admin about that. I wanted to address that question right now because that's a simple and easy answer. There's some more, a little more detail-oriented questions that I'll get to after we're done covering this. So remember how I said at the end that the cart closes, right? Well, in this case, we're just using a landing page. And it's really simple, really straightforward. Cart closed. And this is just some image, pulled this off the internet. Hey, this is no longer valid, but sign up for the early bird. And what's neat about this is it's a landing page, and they're going to be getting there from an Infusionsoft email. So this will actually pre-populate, and then they can put themselves on the early bird list. The reason why I kept the email field visible and not hidden is just in case somebody makes it to this page that did not come from an Infusionsoft email. We don't want to single them out. If they want to sign up for the list, let's let them sign up for the list. So this page right here, you know, looks like this. This URL up here, with the exception of the test, this is where we're linking to, and that's what we're setting that value for the cart closed URL. So to do this, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to grab the code, copy the link location for the hosted version of this landing page, and then in the lock access, I'm just going to edit this and say, okay, great. When the cart is closed, this is what that's the page people need to see. They need to see the cart closed page. And again, once somebody fills it out, tag them as an early bird, and then use it next time. So that's how we deliver the content. As far as the content itself, here's how we structure it. I'm going to go over the first video, and then we'll explore how the other ones work as they get, you know, unlocked. So upon opt-in, the access URL is set for this video 1 live page. So check this out. Typically, when you're looking at these launch models, there's a navigation at the top. You know, so right now, video 1's here, but video 2, 3, and 4 are coming soon. What you're looking at here is this is just a table. This is just a 4x1 table, or 1x4. I don't know. And it's just a table in a paragraph snippet, and so that's how we were able to get this. This embedded video right here, this is actually an HTML snippet. And all it is the video embed. I just put the text of embedded video here just so you have something to look at. So as far as where the video is being hosted from, that's up to you. This non-visible HTML element has some code in it, and all we're doing is we're hiding the fields and the submit button. Now remember I said you're going to get a PDF at the end of it. It contains all of this script here. So this is actually what this looks like here. So when I go to this page, there's no submit button or fields or anything. There's just the button. Pardon me. There's just the video here. So again, when somebody opts in, because this is the first video that gets unlocked for them, we need to go ahead and make sure that unlock video 1 action set is configured to send people to this live video. So this is where it gets really fun. What happens when video 2 goes live? So you'll notice that there's just video 1 by itself, and then in this next row there's video 1 with access to video 2, and then the video 2 live. So check this out. It's basically a clone of that first one. We still have the embedded video here, so obviously this would be video number 2 that you'd want to embed, and then we have this here to hide the elements here. But you notice there's a link here going back to video 1. This link is pointing to this video 1 page because I need to link to video 2 since it's been, quote, unlocked for people. So the way that this navigation, this menu works, and again, this is just a link. This can be an image if I want. You know, I can link an image. I just kept it plain and simple. I wanted to get the functional, technical working pieces here. I'm also not a designer too. Just want to get the concepts here. So in the navigation at the top of this page, it's pointing here. At the navigation top of this page, video 2 is pointing here. So these rows are separated. So this is never going to reference any of these down here. These two are only going to reference each other. So again, after the second video is unlocked, we have to go ahead and set that action set to be this particular page. Now I've already got this set up. With the exception of the action sets, I've got the campaign structure set up. What I'd recommend doing, especially as you get down to, you know, when videos 3 and 4 are unlocked, it can be very easy to get confused, you know, which one's what. So I would recommend doing this. Just bust out a notepad and say, okay, video 1, here's the landing page of video 1. When video 2 is unlocked, here's the landing page of video 1, here's the landing page of video 2. When video 3 is unlocked, you know, 1, 2, and 3. And then you can check those. So again, looking at, so once video 3 goes live, same as last time, we're hiding these and we're showing this video, but now I've got a link to video 2 and a link to video 1. But I need to make sure that I'm only referencing these so the navigation doesn't get messed up. So again, this is why I'd recommend busting out a notepad here so it's easy to check. So video number 1, this link is pointing to this. That's the XID of the form. And then I can verify, okay, video 1 with video 3 live, boom, B595B, that's the right link. I can do the same thing with video 2. You know, where is this pointing? And it's pointing to the correct one. And then doing the same on the other ones. So, for example, video 2 already has video number 3 live. So, obviously, I would have a link to video 1 and have a link to video 3. At this point, though, we have not opened up the cart, quote, opened up the cart. We already know that we have an order form for it. We just need to give people access to it. So when video 4 unlocks, there's actually a little bit of fanciness going on here. And before I forget, I want to go ahead and set that action set for video 3. Unlock video 3. It should be pointing here. So for video number 4, this is where the cart is live. I can buy whatever is the solution to the problem you've been introducing in all of these. So check this out. You'll notice that there's actually 2 non-visible elements here. So let me just show you what the customer experience or the user experience is, and then show you exactly how it's working. So here's the video, we're hanging out, da-da-da-da. At some point a call to action happens, and the form displays itself. And we say, hey, get your whatever right now. Add to cart step 1. You know, fill this out and proceed to checkout. You would need to make sure that the thank you page of this landing page is that order form, so that way they can buy. So let's look at these. This isn't any different. Embedded video, same thing that's always been. This piece where, if you remember, we were using it to hide those elements, we have a second function in here that is showing those elements. And it's showing them after this many milliseconds. We also have some extra content that we're going to show. That's the text that says, get your copy now, whatever. Again, even if you're not a coder, that's okay. You're going to get a swipe of this at the end in a PDF. And as far as customization, literally the only thing you would need to customize would be this variable, this number here, because this is the time that it takes to show up. If I change this to be 2,000, that's 2,000 milliseconds, that means that this stuff is going to show up 2 seconds after the page loads. So if I test this again, it's going to show up much faster. There's the video, and boom, it displayed much faster. The first time it was a 5-second delay. But again, you want to have that timer wait until that call to action has occurred, or around the time the call to action is occurring, depending on the page loading time and whatnot. It's hard to get that unless you build your video player explicitly to control that. That's way too much for this. This is simple. This content, so we displayed those fields that were disappearing. What about this content? Where does this come from? That's what this second element is. And it's pretty simple, basic little HTML. Again, if you're not a coder, all you'd have to do is just adjust this text and this text and this text. Here's the magic. The magic is that we're giving this chunk of code a name, and we're setting it to not display, at least not right away, because in this case 2 seconds after the fact it is going to show the delayed content. So that's how it works. In the PDF there's a breakdown explaining all of that. But when they proceed to checkout, they're essentially filling out a landing page, so the thank you page is the order form. They can place their order. So from Infusionsoft's standpoint, they're hitting this goal. They should also be hitting this goal as well in the next couple of minutes. If they don't, we have a cart abandoned. And this is just a simple little email. Hey, did you get cold feet? Whatever. Here's the link to purchase. For this example, I have only put the delayed code on this fourth video here. However, you can put it on all of these if you want them to have the ability to check out from any one of these videos now that the quote cart is open. And by the way, this purchase goal is here to make sure that this cart abandon doesn't go out. It needs to be set as the same goal here, because after somebody purchases, I'm assuming we would want to swap those tags out and then actually deliver the product. So the last thing that I need to do here, I just need to set that last action set to go to this page. Boom, there you go. So now, when I'm going through this sequence here, again, just to kind of connect everything here, the first video delivery email, right before that email goes out, it sets that custom field to this value, and then the email references that. Right before video 2 gets unlocked, in this sequence, we call the action set to set that variable to this page. The video 2 is live, and then the email references that same merge field. Same thing. Video 3 goes live, we set it to video 3 and reference this, and then video 4 is live. So that's how we do a 4-video launch model out of the box using Infusionsoft. Now, the one thing we haven't covered yet is how do affiliates come into play? How does that matter? from where I'm sitting, it's actually very simple. You've got your standard opt-in. If you want to, you can create an opt-in specifically for affiliates to drive traffic, or maybe you create a unique landing page for each affiliate, but it doesn't matter because they're all going to point into the same sequence anyway. As far as the affiliate promotions here, you know, have an email that says, here is your resource for this landing page, and then wait a little bit, and then, hey, promote it again, promote it again. At least, this would be how I would do it if I was doing this in my own business. Mainly because this is nice and simple, nice and easy. So what we would need to do is we'd actually need to send people, you would need to create this opt-in as an affiliate resource. So I've actually not created this particular landing page, but that's okay. We don't need to actually create it. I just need to grab the URL for it. Because now, when I go to referral partners, I can create a tracking link for this. And I'm going to create one which is the that's the website address, and anybody that's in my standard commission program can see this link. And I just use the code to keep it short. So how do you send a link to somebody that's their affiliate link here? What I'm going to do is I'm going to add myself as a referral partner and show you how those links work, and then so I've created this referral partner record, and let me just add myself to that standard commission program, which means I will be able to see that particular link, and I need to make myself active. Okay. So check this out. I'm going to go ahead and log in as if I was this referral partner. And here is my link. So let's actually look at this here. All affiliate links look the exact same. App name Infusionsoft/go/VL is that code. It's the redirect code. That basically tells Infusionsoft, hey, when you see VL, you need to go to this website. And this is the affiliate code, which is an available merge field. So watch this. I'm going to go ahead and copy you. In the affiliate emails, first name, thanks for being an affiliate. We have an exciting launch coming up, and you can make money. Okay, so here's that link, right? Everything is the same except for this variable, the affiliate code. But if you look in your merges, you have referral partner fields and you have affiliate code. So this is how you can deliver the affiliate link to your affiliates that actually has their legitimate link in that email. And then what you can even do is to make it clickable. If you copy that and then you link it, now it's their, again, it's their actual link. And then do it again. Do it a couple more times. That's really it. Again, the magic sauce here is create a tracking link specifically for the opt-in page or pages, however you want to do it, and then make sure in your emails that you're using their affiliate code merge in that redirect URL. Now, one thing I want to point out about this video launch is that it is an evergreen model, which means that it's almost a rolling product launch. If I were to go ahead and opt in and get this, I'm going to go through the exact same process compared to if I opt in a month from now, because it's all based on just delays. We open the cart and close it for the one specific user because it's being controlled off that custom field. So even after the cart is closed, if I go back to my emails when it was open and I click, it's still going to take me to the cart closed URL, because when I click, that's when that's when Infusionsoft says, what's the value of this custom field? Okay, that's where I need to go. The only caveat to this is we of course know that these pages, they're actually all live always, in addition to the order form here. If somebody were to go back into their browser history and look at look at that when the cart was open, then they could get those URLs because they're hosted. But I'm hoping that you don't mind if the cart's closed and somebody digs that deep into their history and then buys something. Hopefully you're okay with that. If you wanted it to be a non-evergreen launch, or if you wanted, or if it was like I don't want to say legitimate launch, but if it was a more classic launch model where, hey, this is something new and we're gonna, run it during this time period, all you would need to do is, instead of using delays, instead of using a delay timer, use a date timer. And if you're going to do that, then you can also use the date timers in your affiliate promotions too. So if I know that I'm opening, that I want to open my launch on Monday, maybe I have the first affiliate email go out like a week before that says, hey, it's not going to be open until Monday, but here's your link and here's how it works, so get ready for it. And then maybe a day before it starts, hey, reminder, here's your link, maybe pre-write an email form. I don't know. Lots of ways to skin a digital cat with affiliates. And then maybe one like a couple of days before the cart closes. Then again, it's all date timer based. And that's pretty much it, folks. It was very exciting to build, and it was a lot of fun, and I'm seeing a lot of questions, which is awesome. So what I'm going to do is start answering some questions here, but before I do that, I want to go ahead and hook you up with the link to that PDF. So here it is. It's got code snippets that show you how to hide the form, and then also the code for the delayed content. If you actually look in the chat window of GoToMeeting right now, I just copied and pasted the link in there for you to make it easy. Go ahead and download it as PDF. I think it's like, 4 or 5 pages, something like that, and it explains exactly how it's working. And I'll come back to that in a second. Here's the PDF. So here's the resources. It's explaining for a regular video page how to hide those buttons. It gives you the raw code, and then we have a breakdown, explaining what's happening here. And then for the cart open video page, again, the raw code, and then there's an explanation along with a little note on if there's anything you need to customize here. So for example, in this case, the only thing you need to do is adjust that. And then for the delayed content, same thing, raw code, and then an explanation, which is where you just need to customize the content. So have fun with that, guys. The other thing to be aware of is it is custom code, so it is unsupported, meaning that if it ever does break or you can't get it working, support would not be able to help you out with that. So it's a use at your own risk kind of thing. I've been using this code, though, to hide the fields and whatnot for, man, I don't know, maybe close to 6 months. I've used it in a lot of different places, and I don't think it's ever going to change or anything. So we should be safe at least, you know, for a while. So I'm going to go ahead and just start tackling some questions here, and I'm going to do it in first in, first out. So the first question that was asked will be the first one I answer, and I will go ahead and answer any and all questions until they're done, and hopefully we can get them all done in about 20 minutes. So let's start at the top of this list. Okay, so Beth is asking, can you put the URL for the free online training again? Yep, absolutely. This is the URL for the virtual academy, just help.infusionsoft.com/academy. It's actually really easy to find. If you go to ug.infusionsoft.com, again, stands for user guide, or help.infusionsoft.com, they all point to the same place. Under training here, you've got your virtual academy. And then you can just sign up for whatever course that you want to do. All right. Steve is saying, can you send a link to this particular email address? I'm not sure what link you're talking about specifically, Steve. All these mastermind calls are recorded, and this is no exception. It will be available within about 48 hours. If you go here to Mastermind Webinars, and then you look at the archives, here's where it's going to go ahead and show up. Okay, so so Dean is asking, if they bookmark the order form page, the cart is still there and open, right? Yes, that is correct. Because the order form is the thank you page of this landing page. So if they bookmark this landing page or the order form, yeah, it's going to work. But again, if somebody goes through all that trouble and then places an order and is giving you money, I hope you don't mind the people giving you money. Yeah, this is available for playback. Like I said, we got a recording. Okay. Okay, great. This is a great question. Robert's wondering about the navigation links in the multiple videos, and a little confusion around the custom field here. So let's look at this one here. So let's take this row for example. So video number 3, right? It's live. I need to be able to link to video 2 and then also video 1. But this video 1 needs to have 2 and 3 available because video 3 is live at this point. If I go to video 2, I need to have video 1 and video 3 available. So that's why these are unique instances of a landing page per. So and I accidentally closed that notepad. Let me pull that back up again. Okay, so here's the launch pages. So video 3, right? So this first page, number 1, it's right here, number 1. So this is video 1, but we also have access to 2 and 3. So if you look, this is the hosted version for video 1 when video 3 is unlocked. So actually, maybe it'll be a little easier to actually just go to this page. Okay, so this is video 3 is open, right? But it's on video 1. So if I click on video 2, well, now I'm on video 2. I can still go to 1 and I can go to 3. And when I'm on video 3, I can still go to video 2 and video 3, which is this row of landing pages. If I were to look at like video 2 live, for example, we're referencing this one and these 2. So now I don't have video 3, but I do have access to video 1, and I could have sworn I changed that. And then now I've got access to video 2. so I can swap between these and watch as many as I need. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, Robert, leave me some more comments and we'll dig into it a little later. I'm going to hop on to that next question here. Michelle is just saying she's glad she made it to the webinar. Thanks, Michelle. We're glad to have you here. Okay. So, this is a great question from Carl. It says, is there a template for a simple sequence to put in front of this as like a soft opt-in, asking them to check this out? Absolutely. What I would actually recommend doing here is, this is just that line. This is assuming they want to opt in to get, these videos here. So of course, you'll have your website pointing to this page. What I would also recommend doing, there's two ways you can actually do this. You can take your existing list and put them into an invite sequence, which is saying, hey, we've got something really cool coming up, and we've got a great video to explain it. If you want to see that video, just go here and sign up, and you can point to the opt-in. However, I don't feel that's the best way to do it, because you already have their name, you already have their email. It's an insult to the relationship to ask for that again. Rather, instead of driving them to the opt-in, just make it one link click that they can do it, which would be, a link that says, so in these emails it would say, hey, if you're interested in this, just click here, I'll send you the first video. And when they click here, you will of course have it connected to this link click goal, so that way it starts the main launch. And that's what I would do. So I would absolutely recommend having something like this, so where you invite your existing list to it. Don't just dump them into here. And then you can, of course, drive traffic from your website and social to the actual opt-in. Awesome question, Carl. Thank you. Go back to the affiliate link thing. I've been asking how to do that forever. All right, let's go back to it. Let's actually go to the affiliate link first, and then work backwards from there, because it all has the same structure. So this is this unique affiliates link. All affiliate links start the same. The appname.infusionsoft/go. That tells Infusionsoft it's a redirect. This VL right here is the code for this explicit page. So again, when it says go/VL, that tells this version of this app of Infusionsoft, okay, when you see VL, you need to go to this page, which is the opt-in page, that I didn't set up earlier. And then this is the affiliate that's driving the traffic, and that's a merge field. And so that's how we can leverage that in the emails itself. In the affiliate promotions, you can see that it's still the same /go/VL, but then we're merging in the affiliate code, as opposed to hard coding it to say, in my case, PSOK. And then this way, each affiliate's going to get their own unique link. Now, here's the thing you need to be really careful with. You need to make sure that whatever affiliates you're going to dump into here, make sure that the tracking link is available to their commission program. So when you're actually creating the tracking link, make sure that whatever affiliates you're going to put into that promotional sequence, make sure that they do have, that this link is connected to the program that they're in. All right. Okay, great question from Jillian. Says, can you use the same cart close principles for setting up membership-only products? Will they have to sign in and can see member-only prices on products? Let me just read that a little more detail. I believe so. Member-only products. Yes. Okay, so I think the general idea is making it membership based, and hey, you can only get these certain member prices. Yeah, I believe you can do that. Here is what I would do. I'm not going to handle the mechanism for how I'm not going to cover the mechanism of how somebody gets membership. I'm going to assume in this case it's just like a tag. So what you can do is have something that looks like this. Okay, so you would have some web form where people can say, hey, go ahead and send me the membership only deals for this month, or whatever you want to do. This decision node checks to see if they have the member tag or not. If they do not have the member tag, they would go into here that says, hey, here's what you need to do to become a member, and then whenever they get that, this just stops. But in the member prices piece, this is where you can have fun with it. So again, same idea. You would have some action set that sets a text field to the URL of some discounted product order form, and then email them, hey, here's the link for it. And then, so, you open the cart, and then you wait a little bit. Maybe there's some emails in between here, something like that. But then at some point, you would close the cart. So that's a really long answer to say, yes, Jillian, I believe you should be using the same tactic. Great question. Roger says, are you going to share the campaign template? I'm not going to share this one because it has the custom code in it. It's because that's unsupported. We really want to make sure that the people that are using this tactic understand what's going on. So if we were to just make this like a campaign template and you could push it into your app, it would be very easy for you to like mess something up and then be totally lost, and then kind of out of luck because support couldn't help you out with that. But again, that's why I give you that PDF. Again, look in the chat of GoToWebinar, and there's a link for it. I'll put the link for the PDF up again at the end. Let's keep chugging along with these questions. How do I find out more about the video product launch model? There's a guy out there by the name of Jeff Walker. He actually has an entire product and training course about this. And he's kind of like the authority on that. So you can learn more about it from here, because what I've covered today is literally just the technical, how do you make it happen? We haven't discussed anything about what needs to be in video 1, what's in video 2, what's in video 3, video 4, What should the messaging look like, It's just the technical pieces. So if you're interested in more, go ahead and seek out Jeff Walker. He's a pretty cool guy. Not that I know him personally, but from what I've seen and all his stuff, he's a pretty cool guy. Is there a listing of functions that are only available in Legacy? Great question, Steve. I'll give you that listing right now. So this actions dropdown is, these are the actions that are available to you. So I'll just go down this one. Yes, you can apply and remove tag from within a campaign. Start, stop a follow-up sequence. I don't know why you would ever use a legacy follow-up sequence in the middle of a campaign builder campaign. Because really, this function, start, stop a follow-up sequence, is like the link, click, goal. Or, well, any goal, really. When a goal is hit, stop the sequence and start the next one. Send an email, fax, send a contact to user. These are all available in the builder. Creating an appointment. If you do want to use appointments, this is something that you would have to use a legacy step for. You can create tasks in the builder, create opportunities. We've already explored that you have to use set a contact field. You can create a referral partner in the builder automatically. If you didn't know, when you're looking at a web form, when you're looking at a web form, you've got your field snippets, and you can grab the partner snippets. And then, here's where they go, whatever. And so that's how you create an affiliate in the builder. If you don't have the e-commerce module, obviously you're not going to have that. Apply note template. Again, this is something you can do in the builder. Cancel a subscription. This is something you would have to use legacy for, just like set field of specific value. Running another action set, again, that almost becomes a non-issue in the builder, because run another action set is do something else somewhere. So in the campaign builder, you can, if you want to transition between campaigns, you can use a tag to do that, and then you're effectively, quote, running another action set, or you can just add more actions into the builder. Sharing records, this is something that you would have to use legacy for. Distributing to another Infusionsoft application, you would have to use this, because this is actually a super legacy type function. I've personally only used this once in the 6 years I've been using the software. It's a pretty esoteric function. You can send HTTP posts out of the builder, and if you are doing HTTP posts, use the new ones in the builder, because this is an old school HTTP post. The only thing you can choose is the URL. In the builder, you can choose what the field values are. You can set the names and things like that. Last one is create an order. You would have to use legacy for this. So to give a quick summation, what do you have to use legacy for? Creating an order, distributing records, sharing records, canceling a subscription, setting a contact field to a value, creating an appointment. Those are the only things that you cannot do natively in the builder yet. It's coming, though. We're going to have some really exciting things happen in the builder next year. But those are the only things. Everything else you can do in the builder, and you should. Awesome question, Steve. Thank you for that. Okay, Brenda has the question. Is the timer set so many seconds after the video plays or the page loads? This particular code snippet is based on page load. If you want it to be based on when the video is playing, as I mentioned earlier, you'll have to write some code to have your player talk to the page, and then the play mark is what controls when it shows or hides. Right now, this is just based on page load. Okay, another question, different video links on the navigation. Can we go over that again? Yes, we can. Let me try and think of a way to explain it. Okay, so when a video gets unlocked, what we're actually doing is we're referencing a completely new set of pages. So video 1 live, this is one video. When video 2 goes live, instead of linking to here from the video 1 navigation, we have to link here. The reason we have to do it is because if we were to link here, they wouldn't have access to video 2, even though it's technically unlocked. So this is a separate entity, separate from this, separate from these 3, separate from these last 4. So again, I've got, this is the URL for this video with 2 and 3 access. This is the URL for this landing page, and then this is for the last one. So if I'm on this page and I want to watch video 1, I need to link here. So that way I can still link back to 3 if I want to, or to 2. Same thing with video 2. Video 3 has already been unlocked, so I need to be able to point back to it. So that's why that would be this link. And then for video 1, I need to point to the version of video 1 that has 2 and 3 unlocked or enabled. It does get a little confusing, which is why I created that notepad. And I don't know why I keep closing that. That's why I created this notepad, because I was losing track of it. So so the order of operations, what I'd recommend doing is do it one layer at a time. So build this, and then make a clone of this, and then clone it again. And if we don't know how to clone, by the way, if you're on a, because you've seen me do it a couple of times, if you're on a PC, you would highlight what you want, hold Control, do a click and drag. It'll create a brand new instance of that, copy and everything. You can also do this for multiple objects too. So once you've built this page, make a clone of it, and now this is the video 2 is live. And then you can make another clone of it for the video 1 that does have access to number 2. And then what I would do is I would go into a notepad and create the hosted version for this one. Grab the hosted URL for this, hosted URL for the, well, I swap those, but that's the general idea. Once you've got these URLs, then go into the actual landing page and set the navigation up. Can you post a link to the PDF again? Absolutely, Dawn. If you look in the chat window of GoToMeeting, that link is there. And if you wanted to write it down, here it is. Okay. Brenda has a really good question. Can the URLs go to a website, or does it need to be in Infusionsoft? No, it doesn't. You can, instead of using landing pages that are hosted in Infusionsoft, you can create those pages on your website. That's up to you. Just make sure you don't index them so the search engines can't find them. Yeah, that's totally acceptable to do. Good question. Again, another question, can we give you a copy of that into the builder? No, sorry, we can't do that. It's got the custom code here, and we need to make sure that you understand this. So if anything ever does happen, you can address it. Okay, this is a good question that maybe isn't totally obvious. Margaret is asking, why would you give them access to the previous videos? Well, that's a personal choice. You don't have to. You can force them out of video 1 or video 2. I believe the idea is you want people to be able to go back because the videos build off of each other. I believe the first video would be, what is the problem? The second video is, how does it work? The third video is kind of agitating the pain, digging the knife deeper. This is also where you would bring in social proof. And then the fourth video is that sales page. So that's why I give people access to videos if they do want to access, if they want to see them again. But you don't have to. Again, it's your launch. You do whatever you want to do. But if you're looking at a, quote, classic 4-video launch model, they have access to all videos as they become available. Okay, Matthew, great question. Why are we using a custom field instead of hard coding the landing pages into the emails? The reason we're doing this is so that way people cannot go into their old emails and get into what's been closed. You know, if the cart is closed, every link that they go to should say, hey, the cart's closed. If you hard code the, actually I had a slide for this. So if you hard code, that email is always pointing to that page, no matter what. When you control access with a custom field, the only way for them to get to those other pages is they'd have to look in their browser history at that point in time to try and figure out which page it was. So that's why we do it. So it from the prospect or the user experience, the cart is truly open and truly closed. That's why we do that. When you send your list an email invite to video 1, does that segment it from your main list, and can you do reporting on that? By nature, of putting your list in this invite sequence, you are segmenting. I would not recommend taking a whole list and just dumping them into this sequence. It's a really great way to get spammed. You would want to find a segment. So maybe to make it more accurate, it's a segment of your existing list. Because obviously if somebody is a customer or they already own this product, you don't need to invite them again. That's an insult to the relationship. So yes, by nature, you are going to pull your segments. You're going to say, I want these people to go in here, and then you're going to put them into this sequence. And then, yes, the reporting is available. When you're looking at performance mode, you'll be able to see how many people received the email, what are the individual open and click-through rates on each of those. So, yes. Okay, Monique's got a great question around the affiliate link here. And to everybody that's still hanging out, thanks for spending some extra time here. Well, I guess it wouldn't make any sense to address people that have left already. I should have caught that right at 11, huh? Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Got a couple more questions, and then we should be good. Okay, so Monique is saying the affiliate product needs the same like you should with the VL. I'm not sure I'm totally understanding that question. The affiliate product needs to, well yeah, it does. So if I'm selling, widget A, you need to make sure that the commission program is set to pay commissions on widget A. Otherwise, I don't think anybody is going to just promote it, for nothing. Oh, cool. Mike Connolly says, okay, so she's saying VL is a thing at the end of the affiliate link. Each time you create an affiliate redirect, you have to give it a code. There's like a short code for it. So yeah, when you're putting the link into the affiliate promotional emails, obviously use the affiliate code merge, but yeah, make sure that you do use the proper redirect code, so that way it's going to actually take them to where you do it. I just did VL to short for video launch. I hope that makes sense. Oh, okay. She's asking, is this code specific to the product? Not directly. This code is specific to the website you're pointing to. So I would say it's indirectly connected to the product, but it's not officially connecting this code to a certain product here. I would assume that for this page is promoting a specific product, which is, of course, why we're giving people a redirect for it. Okay. Oh, cool. Mike Connolly says Launchmen, is that LT? LT? Launchmen.lt does launches, and they'll help you implement it. Launchmen, is it LT or IT? Maybe it's IT. We'll find out. No, okay. There you go. So these people will help you with a product launch. Thanks, Mike. Okay, so Tom has a really interesting question. He's got a lot of affiliate programs, lots of links and stuff all over the place. Can he set up a new affiliate program where affiliates can only access the referral link for the program they signed up for and not the others? Yeah, that's actually how the affiliate tracking links work. So when you're creating a tracking link, you actually tell Infusionsoft who is allowed to see this. So if you want to create a commission program that is, well, maybe I think maybe you're talking about overlapping ones. Because yeah, if I have a referral partner that's in 3 different programs, they're going to see all the links that are available for all 3 of those programs. The only way to control that is you would have to create a second referral partner record for that person and make sure that only they're in that one commission program, if that makes sense. The other thing that you can do is, and this is just a little side note, you can also create a link that is explicit to a referral partner only. So maybe I set this landing page up for one of my good friends that's got his face on it, whatnot. Obviously, the other affiliates don't need to see that. So instead of selecting a program, I can explicitly say this link is only available to this affiliate. And then only this guy would see this link when he's logged in. But it's an either-or kind of thing. It's either available to a single affiliate or people in a program can't do both. Okay, so Carl is just having a hard time wrapping his head around the Infusionsoft hosted pages versus WordPress pages and the URLs. Again, it doesn't really matter where the pages are hosted. The magic is we're using a custom field to determine what page are they going to see when they click from any of those emails. So again, it doesn't matter if you host them yourself or if you put them on an Infusionsoft hosted landing page. We just wanted to show you how to do all this out of the box without the need for anything else other than a merchant account and, you know, a video hosting platform. Tom is asking, do I have the website for Jeff Walker? I do not. If you just Google Jeff Walker Internet Marketer, I'm pretty sure that your search engine results page will just be flooded with his stuff. Okay, yeah, Brenda's got a good point to the question asked earlier about why would you give them access to it. She says sometimes people don't open the emails until after the first or the second video has already been unlocked. And so this gives them an opportunity to catch up. Very good point. All right, a couple more questions, everybody. All right, let's see what these next ones are. Okay, so Monique is what she's really asking about that affiliate link is, do they have the same code for the product? Yes, they do. All affiliates, they're going to have the exact same tracking link. The only thing that's different will be their code. Everything else is the same. So that's why we can merge this into the email, because it's going to be the same link for everybody with the exception of that code at the end. Okay, Keisha's asking a question. What if this links to a landing page and not the actual sales page? Will it still work? Yes, that is. Yes, that's how it works. When somebody clicks through an affiliate link, it actually cookies their system, and then when somebody opts in, it associates that affiliate with. It. So yeah, even if this is not a direct sales page or whatnot, as long as they get into your database as a contact, or if they're already in your database as a contact, it'll cookie them for that. Does the affiliate merge code use the contact's most recent referral partner? Yeah, let me clarify this here. These emails would only go to your affiliates because those are the only people that actually have an affiliate code. If you were to put regular people into here, they would just get a link that, you know, go/VL and then nothing. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, good, great. Thanks, Graham. Okay, and just to follow up on Keisha's question, talking about an opt-in, a purchase is not an opt-in, technically. If your affiliate link is driving to a landing page or a web form, as soon as they fill that out, and basically they just need to get into the database. So they can do it through a web form, a landing page, or purchasing. But even a purchase doesn't give you like explicit permission to market to people, which is something not a lot of people realize. You do still have to set those expectations. It is okay to market to them after that fact, obviously, but you need to set those expectations. Because when people are buying something, they're buying something. They're not opting in to get emails from you. Anything more than like a transactional email. It says, hey, here's your purchase. Okay. And it looks like the last question here, she's wondering who can I talk to about referral partner functionality. Anybody on tech support can help you out here. If you go hover over this little bubble here, and this is green, you can chat with support online. You can also go into the user guide and just give our 800 number a call. Any of the tech support reps will be more than happy to explain how their referral partner stuff works. And all right, that's it, guys. And if you noticed a couple of seconds ago, my computer is about to die, so I'm going to end this before that happens. Thanks to everybody that's still hanging out with this. I appreciate it. Hope you learned a lot of cool stuff. And even if you don't do a product launch per se, you have now learned how to delay a web form on a landing page, which is pretty cool. So if you have any questions, feel free to follow me on Twitter @Voyix. I'll be happily answering questions there too. And this recording will be available within the next 48 hours on the Mastermind archive. Have an excellent day, everybody. Thanks for spending some time today. Go ahead and launch a product like a pro.